Bulesia, Ram Ram, Salamu Alaikum, good morning to you all. It is indeed a pleasure to meet at the Northern Forestry Stakeholder Consultation for 2019, and I extend my sincere appreciation to each one of you for your presence here this morning. This is the third stakeholder consultation this year. The first was held in April for the Central Division, and we just had the Western consultations on Wednesday this week in Nandi. Both consultations were very informative, especially in getting first-hand information on pressing issues currently affecting your operations. Ladies and gentlemen, government has a high regard for the private sector because you are the engine of economic growth. So we are here to support and strengthen our relationship with you by firstly listening to your concerns, and secondly by facilitating an enabling environment for you to operate in. For the past 7 years, the forestry sector has contributed an average of $36 million per year to our gross domestic product. This equates to an average of 0.6% of the GDP. It is a reduction compared to previous decades. Like you, government is also concerned about this declining trend. Thus, one key reason for this consultation today is to discuss how government could work with you to build a robust and thriving forestry sector and how to grow our economy, not only for economic benefits currently, but in planting and replacing what we have removed, so your industries can be sustainable into the future. We would like to get to the core of the issues that constrain your efforts, like an EIA and the current weight restrictions. We would like to work with you to address these issues and eventually increase the sector's contribution to economic growth that will benefit people at the community level, within the industry, and the nation as a whole. While doing so, we need to be mindful of policies in place by other government agencies' stance on these policies. This basically means we need to collectively discuss working around these issues to have a win-win situation for all. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have a collective responsibility to ensure that Fiji's forest resources are managed sustainably. This means that while we want to create wealth from our forest resources, we have to strike a balance between generating economic activity on the one hand and expanding our resources and protecting our natural environment and ecosystems on the other hand. The balance that we strike will ensure that our forests are able to provide for our nation now and well into the future. This is a responsibility that we should all accept. It is one that we also would like to discuss with you in detail. You will be aware that Fiji continues to play a leading role in the world in promoting climate change. This has very close connections with forestry because our forests can be used to mitigate climate change. Fiji will be submitting its emission reduction program document to the Forest Carbon Partnership Facility in Washington, D.C. next month. This simply means all stakeholders participating in emission reduction activities will be rewarded according to their contributions. This will lead to reduced deforestation and degradation, more conservation and carbon stock enhancement, which further lead to addressing climate change issues and increase socio-economic benefits for all. In essence, I would like to appeal to Fiji's forest sector to work closely with government through the Ministry of Forestry in addressing the key issues that affect our society, from sustainable forest management to economic growth and climate change. Other issues that require our attention include the need for us to share information that is already a legal requirement under the existing Forest Act of 1992 and the Forest Policy of 2007. This includes a submission to the Ministry the production cost and net revenue generated in your respective operations. This information is part of the licensing requirement, but for same reasons, we have not been able to accurately capture the information that will inform how government could assist the sector. I'm happy to inform you that the Ministry of Forestry is able to recruit adequate staff to be positioned in the key operations areas throughout the country. I would like to encourage you to please cooperate with my staff on the ground. We will work closely with you to capture what is considered information that is already a legal requirement, that this will be used for decision making to guide our policies for the benefit of you all and the nation. We are also aware that many logging companies are encountering challenges with the strict requirements of our national road regulations. I would like to hear from you on how you propose to overcome these challenges without compromising the law. And as we speak about economic growth, I wish to encourage you to seriously consider helping government to develop an economic model for the sector that will result in a win-win outcome for all the stakeholders involved, including especially the resource owners, the members of the industries like you, and the government. The current model has some disadvantages to some of the stakeholders, and it is important that we consider the appropriate way forward in an inclusive approach. In saying this, I encourage the forest industry to also consider the needs and aspirations of the resource owners, who currently may be considered resource-rich but cash-poor. Developing a long-term relationship with the resource owners is critical for the sustainability of your operations. Like you, resource owners need to experience improvements to their livelihoods. Of importance also in our discussions today is how we can work together with other stakeholders to reduce illegal and irresponsible operations and resolve issues with reasonable timelines. The ministry receives reports that potential illegal activities are taking place. I welcome your views or how we could put a stop to this because these illegal operations are causing a leakage into the black economy. It certainly does not help anyone in the long term. The ministry has a role to review and improve forest policy and strategies to ensure that this continue to effectively respond to current challenges in the forest sector and also take advantage of opportunities and emerging issues. The ministry would also like to proceed with a review of fees and charges and royalty that we had discussed some time back, but have not been able to progress. The review of fees and charges are also important to help generate some revenue for government. My staff will help provide the details to you later. Government had recently implemented the planting of 4 million trees in 4 years initiative, which His Excellency the President of Fiji launched in January. Since then, I have made it my personal commitment to take this to the communities and have them appreciate the importance of planting trees. I invite you all to participate in this initiative and work with communities to replace what is extracted from their forest, as this is also an opportunity for you all to grow our future. I had mentioned earlier that we have a collective responsibility to explore avenues to address climate change because climate change will affect all of us. It has no boundaries. Ladies and gentlemen, our meeting today is part of a series of consultations that we would like to have with the forestry sector. The way forward is to have regular consultation with you, that is once every quarter, so that we could discuss and address and monitor our progress and development. This is beneficial for all of us as we move forward in developing the forestry sector. I thank you again for your presence this morning, and I look forward to the outcome of this consultation. Binagabolemu, Danewad.
For the future, for now, and especially for the future. There's a whole lot of issues that we can talk about today, so we look forward to hearing from you.
The concept of forests, and I've been here last year as well for the industry consultation. Today's consultation experience in the Honorable Minister Director said we are here to listen, hear you all first. And this is a good forum where we can discuss things. But as the Honorable Minister mentioned in his speech, that overall there's 3 really important things about the industry, the forest sector, from the point of view of the lobby protectors and the sawmillers. And one is, you are here as a business to make money. You will grow our economy. You have to consider that what you are removing, you should also be putting back in the environment so that the future generation will also be able to harvest. Because the resources will be sustainable. And then, of course, we should not compromise our environmental integrity.
My name is Urunyo Musati.
Next, speech this morning will give you for televisions. For your information, all wearing the black coat and also these are the top brass.
I'm director of Greenwich at the present time, logging only, but providing sector to me at a later date.
Mike. When we go on to our issues on harvesting contractors, that is where we will be. Remember after
Ministry of Forest.